Hello, everyone. We are here for week 2 of Overdrive League. My name is Cines Canadian. This is my first time actually casting
Hello,
a game.
everyone. We are here
So don't
for
expect
week
much from me,
2.
but we'll see how it goes. We're excited for this game between Fleet and Vandal. This is the bronze/silver league. This is going to jump into champ select right now. We're going to be casting along with Shadow, but he's getting some stuff ready right now. So
I'm still here, don't worry, I haven't died.
All right. How do you feel about this game?
Well, I mean, both teams showed a pretty strong last week, but they did inevitably struggle. They're looking to be mid-pack teams, but this is week 2, so I think most teams here are looking to kind of pull ahead of other teams. Both teams in this game are 1-1 right now, tied for the middle of the standings, tied for second place. So whoever wins this will have the advantage over each other, especially when we look to the end of the season for tiebreakers.
So. That's absolutely right. Looks like is there a little difference in the banning? It seems like they didn't get a ban on the red side.
Yes, Vandal Nomads is using an E-sub right now. Shadowed Moon is the E-sub, so they lose the first ban, but they will be banning on completely normally after that. So I'm not sure. I don't think that first ban will make them lose too much, but it is kind of significant.
That's always good to get the most amount out of your bans. Because if there's 3 or 4 people on the enemy team that are really good at one champ, you just let one more have a good champ that they're really good with.
Yep.
What do you think about the bans that are coming in right now?
Well, I mean, Irelia is a typical ban. She's basically probably one of the most versatile champions in the game, so that's nothing too surprising. Kai'Sa is a very strong AD carry, though probably just more of a ban towards Link. Yasuo and Xin have been creeping their way up to the top, so I'm pretty surprised that Graves isn't banned, so perhaps we might actually see one of these teams pick them up, but might be interesting the fact that only Xin was banned.
True. Interesting having Braum first picked in the Bronze and Silver League. Why do you think that would happen? Do you think there might be a little, what's the strategy called of power farming?
Yeah, it's gold funneling because, yeah, Classic has locked in that Master Yi, and perhaps we might even see the Tarek, one of the gold funneling strategies that we've seen be so infamous during this patch. So already with those 2 picks locked in for Vandal Nomad, it's kind of getting scary, especially with that hyper carry Lee Sin. No, sorry, Master Yi, not Lee Sin. Lee Sin's on the other team.
I mean, power carry could be anyone. Lee Sin might be the one to carry the enemy team. We don't know until it happens. Again, this is also a bronze and silver. I know I'm asking a lot of Shadow right now because I kind of prepared to be part of the gold stream.
Yeah.
So I'm coming out here trying to do what I can for my first time, but we're seeing what happens. All right, as we jump into the next round of bans.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to see more bans thrown towards that 80 carry role as both teams hasn't picked up the 80 carries. They actually mirrored the picks if that Swin is going mid lane, of course. So we still have the 80 carry and top laners put on the table. I do think that both these top laners are very important to the team. Hammer on the Ritz and Chief Kuda are very proficient at their roles. So getting the counter pick for Chief Kuda as the red team does have that advantage might be key in Vandal Nomad's strategy for this game.
Very true. I saw that Ornn get banned very quickly in the first round, as it is the most common pick by Chief Kuda. It's a 69% win rate, and very popular for him. We're seeing as the last ban comes out and the last rounds of picks come in.
Yeah, the last bans are mainly 80 carry based, and there are a few 80 carries still left on the table. Israel is one of the most notable ones that I can think of. Maybe the Kog'Maw. That would be interesting, but I do think Israel's probably going to get picked up here, and then we're going to have to go down to the lower tier 80 carries, but a little bit of a spike. Oh, wow. Okay. We see actually a Kayn being picked up. So this actually does mean that one of these champions is going over to the bot lane with tilt lane with that Nami. Maybe actually Shadowed Moon, the last pick of Vandal Nomads, is going to pick up the 80 carry, but for now, there's going to be at least maybe a top lane Yi, maybe a top lane Kayn, something of the sorts.
I'm excited for that as a first time casting. Let's see it happen. Uh, this does seem like a very harsh towards the ADCs. So I'm glad that they were able to find a new way to have the bot lane be so popular on the side of the red team, as they never actually picked a marksman, as there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 banned out or picked.
Yeah, and this draft is going to be rounded out with Vandal not even picking up an 80 carry, and we're going to have to see where they're going to be switching with these 40 seconds that they have to choose their loadout, as the title has implied. So I do think that if this is going to be locked in, Vandal Nomads is going to be going over to the Master Yi in the bot lane with Link picking it up, and this is going to be quite interesting due to the fact that this is kind of another variation on the gold funneling strategy where a weak laner is supplemented by a support and just kind of gets very strong by being protected. So, I mean, it is a differential, more of a kind of combination of the gold funneling strategy and kind of just the Boozer bot lane meta that we've seen, or just the bot lane meta that we've seen in general in these past few patches. So,
I was say Bruiser bot lane. I don't think Master Yi seems like a Bruiser.
No, you go Bork and then you just go full tank. Have you never seen that? He goes Blood Razor into like Bork and Gunsus, and then you just go like Frozen Mallet and then Dead Man's. I don't know.
Like a Thornmail.
Okay. I mean Boozer in kind of the sense that they build a little bit of damage and then just go tank.
Yeah.
Kind of like Aurelia and stuff, but
of course.
Yeah, so I mean we're gonna see a lot of resources put into Link right now. Galio to protect him, and just kind of maybe Kane, classic camping bot lane just to help out the Master Yi get ahead. And with this Nami just buffing him and speeding him up, it's going to be very tough for Fleet Street to kind of defend. But I mean, they do kind of have the CC. They have Orianna, Shen, Braum, and even Tristana if you count the Buster shots. So really, we're gonna have to see how this goes. Fleet Street is just crafting more of the Juggernaut comp. Orianna, Shen, and Braum all just trying to protect this Tristana, and just trying to make Warning Shot be the carry of their team. And we have two different strategies on these teams here, but they're innately the same, actually.
It is interesting how it's completely different, but they're both just trying to protect one player on each team. Also, you can see very focused on Shen having the ult. Maybe if Master Yi tries to jump in, then Shen can always be there to protect and take the pressure off Tristana very easily with that. On the other side, also having Galio with his global to protect Master Yi, and some very protection based, very team based game is what it seemed like here.
Yeah, but there's one difference on both teams between Fleet Street and Vandal Nomads is the fact that Vandal Nomads actually does have viable damage sources other than the Master Yi, because Swain is definitely going to be doing a lot of damage. He's kind of a pseudo frontline, while Shen is really just more of a protection tank kind of thing. Kane and Lee Sin are kind of the outliers right now. They're both very strong in the early game, but will start being outscaled by these hyper carries that we're seeing. I mean, that's definitely kind of guessing that Kane will go Vast instead of Shadow Assassin. And I mean, there's only really two targets that he can attack that will get him Shadow Assassin. So it is a very likely choice that he's going with Vast, but there's still the chance that he gets Shadow Assassin and does just try to help out his team as well, being another damage source. So, but I mean, there's a good chance that Galio will pick up more of an AP-focused build. I mean, I know I've seen a lot of AP Galios in the mid lane. Tank Galio is not that proficient, doesn't really get the job done as much as AP Galio, so I do think Late Potato Chip will go for that. So,
how much AP do you think he'll go here? There's still Swain and Nami as AP.
Yeah, you go very light. You can sometimes go very heavy with like Lud and Zeko and stuff. I will guess that he's probably going to go Abyssal Mask with the amount of AP on his team, just to help his team out a little bit more too. Yeah. But stuff like Leandre's Void Staff is really good on Galio, who has really good base damages. So I do think he's going to lean towards more of a kind of pseudo AP tank build, something that you'd see off of Sejuani after the changes. So yeah, Leandre's Void Staff, stuff like that, just give him a lot of damage.
Yeah. I'm seeing a black screen right now as it's loading in. But if I remember correctly, when it was loading the champions, I think I saw 2 exhausts in the bottom lane of
Vandal.
That being Correct. I made a mistake
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Um,
it's Master Yi gonna be taking up the ignite just so he can secure all those kills. Nami is just gonna be protecting him, so that's why she took the exhaust. But they're looking for blood. They're looking for a lot of blood as we load into the game right now. We have a chance to look at these keystones, and some things that pop out to me right now is a Conqueror Master Yi, which is pretty common. I would say so myself, but also the Galio with Electrocute is very interesting.
yeah, like a little jump in, ease in, then slashes down with his fists, and then throws his Q. A huge amount of damage that can do with that one.
So
What is
So yeah, once again, it is going to kind of see that thing where Potato Chip is going to be more of a damage source on his team with the Electrocute, probably be more of an assassin, being able to burst somebody down and then just protect the Master Yi later in the fight. So I do think that's kind of the goal. And Link is going for that Conqueror, which means that he is looking for those long trades, looking to take over the fight. Because if he would have taken anything else, such as Lethal Tempo wears off in, I think, 2 seconds. So it's not going to survive him an entire fight. So Link did choose kind of the most viable keystone for what is perceived to be the team comp. So, but otherwise, we don't see anything really out of the ordinary. I do like the fact that Tristana did take plus the attack due to the fact that she is probably going to be attacking only one person at a time, one person that's diving her perhaps, because Bomb will take care of the rest, right? So she's going to DPS one target at a time and you really use that plus the attacks, but
I think it's a very strong tower dive.
Yeah.
You have Master Yi Q's in, and Shadow Moon can just have some waves splashing between the enemies and the friendly champions. And then Galio can just jump right on top of them to maybe protect from a little bit of the turret damage. We can see how these champions exit their base. We'll see how it ends up. There might be a little... Seems like it's a normal split of making sure no one gets into the other side's jungle.
Yeah, this is just where boundary lines are drawn in the river, just a line in the sand. Nobody passes this line. And I mean, pretty uneventful, but I do want to note the fact that Master Yi took Relic Shield and Clouded Armor has no items. I hope that he will notice that very soon, but if not, he's going to have a bad laning phase. It's a very bad laning phase, but yeah, so the Master Yi taking Relic Shield is more of one, sustain because it does heal both Nami and him, and two, just funneling a little bit more gold into the Nami. He doesn't really need the damage stats in the early game. They're not really going to be able to do much in the early game, so the Relic Shield does give gold to Shadowed Moon, and Shadowed Moon will be able to get some items that will actually in turn help Link. So just kind of like the circle.
I'm wondering, do you see items on Orianna?
Nope. No. She does not have items, and we have laning phase starting now. So, Platinum is probably going to have an early back. Otherwise, going to have a bad time against the Galio.
I was watching, I think it was Captain Flowers streaming and commentating over a bronze game. And he was speaking about how one of the players didn't buy any items. And if you think it would be bad, but actually you just waste 500 gold to try to get to your next power spike. So really, Clouded Armor is thinking ahead of the game and just trying to get 500 gold closer to his power spike.
Yeah, what if he's actually going for the tier, right? Tier costs 850 gold, I think. Yeah, 850 gold. So he only needs 350 gold to get to his tier.
Yeah. What is that like? How many minis would that be? Like
maybe 3 waves. I think 3 waves.
I'm about to say like maybe 20. Thinking ahead of the game.
Yeah, he's really looking ahead right now. Doesn't even need the items.
You say this is a bronze game, but this is like next level. It's like challenger game.
Yeah, he's really thinking ahead right now, and I don't think Potato Chip will see this one coming. And I mean, I actually don't. He actually does see it coming because he sees no items. But the only really threat going for Clouded Armor right now is the fact that he doesn't get the mana regen and he doesn't get the HP from Dawn's Wing. So that's really the only thing that he's really going. And as long as he doesn't get ganked and Potato Chips just keeps pushing him in, he's actually in a pretty good position. This no starting item start doesn't really hurt him until he starts fighting like Potato Chip, and then the stats start to show.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise,
it never gets to there. I mean, again, Orianna's already at around 1,000 gold. So made it. Oh, Swain getting a little hook in, but not going to come under tower as I think he would have loved to have happen.
But there's also the fact that Cloudodalma does not have as much pressure in lane because Potato Chip won't be poked out without the AP given from Dawn's Wing. So we actually see a CS differential in the mid lane where Cloudodalma is behind because he's on the back foot because of a certain starting that he had.
Starting choice.
Yeah. So flavor of the month. We'll probably see it for only this week.
Now everyone will see this VOD and be like, we can't do this again. It's a terrible idea.
But I mean, the pathing of the junglers, both of them are in the bot lane now, and both of them haven't really done anything yet, which is quite interesting due to the fact that both of them are very early game jungles. But I mean, they really don't have a reason to.
I really don't. But Kane just got vision of the jungle, of the river, so that's gonna be really helpful for the next minute or so. Make sure no one can cross by unknowingly. He's also gonna be spotted by that Spryer's Bloom. Yeah.
As we look in the mid lane for a little peek, we do see kind of the unfortunate part of not having a starting item. Kind of almost being already a quarter of his mana, nothing really to help him get any more mana back. And mana regen at the very beginning of the game is very minimal, so not gonna have a great time in this mid lane. And yeah, is actually forced to back, gets the lost chapter, is gonna lose, I think, 2 minion waves, no, only 1, in the mid lane, and...
Yeah. But it's always sad, because he's already down by 15 CS.
Yeah.
So any more that he loses is not gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's not looking good, but we do see Potato Chip being able to back himself, and it's gonna pick up the Hex Tech with Volva, which I feel like the only thing that he would build that into is Photo Belt. I don't think there's anything else. Gunblade is there, GLP.
Were you planning on that kind of damage? I mean, you get the frozen, the GLP, yeah.
I mean, it helps him proc the electrocute. It does count as a spellcast.
Yeah. So it's all planned, you know?
Planned, yep. As planned as the lost chapter start. Oh man. But do want to note the fact that it is Cloud Drake coming up first. No team really wants to take that. It is helpful in rotation, but there's no incentive to give your life for that Cloud Drake, so we'll probably see that after a really big conflict. So I don't think both teams are going to be like playing too much around this Drake, but it is going to be still there.
Yeah. Again, you said very helpful in rotation. 6 minutes in, not usually many rotations happening. We'll see it around when it seems to be more dire situations to get to places faster.
Well, once again, these junglers are kind of being a little bit uneventful. I do think that at least Mythic is probably just going to hit level 6. He's already level 5, very close to level 6 play, maybe 2 or 3 camps. While Classic, I really do think Classic should be ganking a lot due to the Kane needing his transformation to become very strong.
Yes.
But and right in a recent patch, not too recent, but a few patches ago, Kane did get the change where before 10 minutes he does get, I think, a significant increase in the number of orbs that he gets for his transformation. So really awkward the fact that Classic has not really ganked.
Yeah. And again, the faster he does that, the faster he gets stronger, the faster his team can get ahead. If he doesn't do that, there's nowhere to start.
Yeah. And I do think that part of that is mainly on the fact that all these laners are being very passive, except for Potato Chip. He's very aggressive in this lane, trying to zone out Clouded Armor, but everyone else is just happy with farming, just farming, and not really much happening in this early game as Gold is dead even.
McCann is heading up top lane, gonna be spotted out by the Vision Ward. Chen gonna try to taunt up this way, not gonna get anything happening there, gonna hit his E, gonna flash over the wall by Shen. He might get away from there. Nice flash over the wall to make space between him and Kane. They might be falling down to Kane though, but he's gonna let him run free in the blue, for the blue-sided blue buff.
Yeah. Flashless burn full ham on the whips, and we do see Mythic down here in the spot lane trying to do something on the other side of the map, though. I don't really think Master Yi and Nami are going to be pushing up, especially now that they're hitting level 6, but we do see that Potato Chip has hit level 6, and this means a good roam down maybe in the top lane or bot lane, so we'll probably see some action now that it's hitting very close to ulti time.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm wondering if
do you think that everybody in this game has hit level 6? So gonna see some conflicts happening, at least hopefully.
yeah. I expect so. That'd be nice to have a little bit of action. Or it could just be a 0-kill game and one of the teams just macros it out.
That'd be pretty impressive. Coming from these teams, they didn't show that impressive of a showing last week. Though I do think that a few of these teams they did win, but they did seem a little bit sloppy in their push. So it is kind of refreshing to see that they're taking it very slow, taking a very steady pace, trying to pace themselves and not overextending themselves too much.
Do you remember anything at all from their previous games?
I do think they picked up a win last week. I don't remember a few of these team players playing. I do know that Warning Shot and Clouded Armor are not the best at laning, though they do shine later in the game during team fights. Mercy is more of just a supportive player, trying to basically just do everything and anything to protect his team. And
all right, a true support.
yeah, pretty interesting, especially in the meta that we're in. But
yeah.
So,
oh, sorry. You go.
Yeah. So now that we see the backs coming in from the bot lane, we do see Bork being the preferred choice for Link to picking up, which is kind of self-explanatory due to the fact that he can't pick up a Blood Razor in the bot lane. But... oh,
like
second.
Might wanted to have got a gank there, but he's gonna spot it out. He's gonna be pinged by the red team. He's gonna walk away now. That was close.
Yeah,
he might be coming out to the mid lane. No. All right.
Like a second failed gank in the bot lane by Mythic, not looking too great for the Lee Sin, who's already hit level 6. Needs to look for something, needs to look for a play, and I really do think Classic should be looking for his transformation, but is pretty comfortable just farming up.
Do you know how much experience he has on this game?
I don't think he played it last week, but it is kind of a little bit weird due to the fact he feels like he's playing like Shyvana or something, a little bit weird for his playstyle.
Almost like Wayne might be finding Lee Sin in his jungle. Like Shen might be driving on top of him. Galio and Kane also going to be coming to help him out. We had 2-on-3. Shen realizing this, going to back off Lee Sin as well.
And yeah,
not much. Oh, Lee Sin going to get dragged in. Lee Sin walking over the wall. We're going to be barded by 3 different players, and Kane finally getting a kill, helping out his passive, but not going to get anything else from it, as Swain also been not going to do much damage to Orianna. And she's going to survive in the lane. I'm going to go back to normally farming, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that was an extremely good collapse from Vandal Nomad to the fact that they were just able to invade without anything. Because Ham on the Ritz is Shen doesn't able to have wave clear, and Clouded Almas has been having problems in this lane ever since minute 1 where he didn't buy items. So not looking the best. And with those 2 pushing lanes, Classic and everybody else following suit, were able to just invade on Mythic, grab the kill, and it is actually going over to Classic, who is probably just going to snowball this. Does not have his transformation yet. Ooh!
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I did not see that happening. Orianna trying to get as close as possible to get an auto, but Galio's just a little bit too quick. A little bit too much distance to hit that auto and kind of make it out safely.
Yeah, Clouded Armor tried to bait that. Tried to look like he was Vacky and try to get a jump on Potato Chip, who burned his flash to kill Mythic, and did not have the damage, unfortunately. I don't think he actually had command. I don't think he had command dissonance to use, and didn't get the damage. Ganking the top
again,
lane.
trying to gank up to Shen. Shen gonna be hit with the smite. Gonna hit me with the Q. Not gonna get anything from it. Shen a little bit too tanky for the Kane. We make it out alive. Shen gonna be backing up after that though. A little bit too weak.
Yeah, no mana on Chief Kuda did not prove to be a very successful gank, though a little bit of poke out the lane. Maybe forced to use the TP, doesn't have the Stand United, is not really, should not be very conservative with that TP, but is just going to walk. Actually going to be walking towards the dragon, yeah. And this is a very...
Finally going for the Cloud Drake. Drake is going to be taken out by
Ooh,
Your blue side.
might see some
Not gonna
conflict
help
here.
Nami
not?
and Lee Sin Mob meeting on the blue buff, but again, nothing's gonna come from it. But they do have vision as he was clearing out a ward next to the blue buff. It's like Nami and Master Yi thinking about joining for the fight, but realizing they don't have the damage for it and gonna be backing away for that.
Yeah, and it does look like Fleet Street pick up Cloud Drake for trading for nothing, actually. They don't, Vandal and Nomads really do not gain anything off this, though they were looking for that Rift Hilt, and this might be a dive that is cooking in this bot lane. Or not.
Doesn't seem like much is happening at the... Oh, I'm being at the top lane, that's not good.
But yeah, it's
Anything happening? A little skirmish happening between Swain and Shen, but again, a little bit too tanky on both sides. Not gonna have much happen. Taunted in the mid lane, Lee Sin and Orianna. Orianna trying to hit her ult, but gonna be missing it as Galio tries to run away as fast as possible. Kane coming in from Raptors trying to get there as fast as possible, but the burst is too strong for the Orianna and Lee Sin as Galio goes down to be 1-1, along with a 1k goal lead in for blue finally coming out.
Yeah, and Potato Chip's aggression has finally punished him by being ganked by Mythic. Was not able to do much, did not have flash up, and actually dashed forward, so ended up dying. But Mythic finally making his mark on the map by pushing this mid lane.
I mean, hopefully, as Kane is there trying to get as much pressure as he can to stop this turn from being taken. TP gonna be coming out from Galio to also add pressure and not lose first turret gold, but they're gonna successfully do it this time.
I was waiting for Mythic just to walk behind Classic and kick him.
Man, that would have been amazing. I would have loved that.
But
Something exciting.
Yeah, they do end up. They do end up just kind of hitting the turret, getting a little bit of damage. That turret probably is going to be down very soon. Mythic, I feel like you should probably go back for a return gank in this mid lane due to the fact that Potato Chip's still not respecting anything. If you look at right now, he's really just not caring anything about it.
Also, he doesn't have flash for another few seconds, but looks like at least in 1P getting there in enough time. Again, a little reset coming out. All right, what are the team names again?
Fleet Street, Vandal, Nomad.
Again, first time. It's all right. So it's Fleet Street on blue side and Nomad.
Vandal, Nomad, yep.
All right. So it's Nomad, Vandal. Went for the reset on the red side.
Yeah, so we are going to see kind of just first items being built by all the champions all around, though we do see a...
Oh, he take a lot of damage with just one bomb on top of his head, and Master Yi having to use his flash to get away. But on the opposite side, Shen still trying to run away from the Kane Swain. Looks like Lee Sin can also be joining in. Lee Sin hitting his resonating strike. Gonna try to jump in onto him, but not gonna have enough time. Shen ulting onto Lee Sin to get a little bit more damage. Kane gonna be hopping. Not sure why it happened, but Swain trying to survive as long as possible in his 2v1. Looks like he's gonna get away with his life. Can you explain what happened? Do you see what happened with that Kane?
That was really interesting. That Kane, they tried to go for a gank on him on the Ritz, but Chief Kuda did miss his Never move. Was not able to get the pullback, but we actually might be seeing some more conflict over this Rift Hilt as they are preparing for it.
And true, we have Shen and Orianna hitting her ult onto Swain. Swain may drop very quickly with a hammer on the Ritz. And also try to run after the Galio, but Galio gonna burn his flash to escape from that 3-person jump onto his face. It seems like he's all alone over here versus the 3, so he's not gonna try to do much as we have blue side taking out the Rift Herald and finally getting a few more objectives in this game.
And we finally see our first lead of this game. Well, kind of question.
A little sizable lead. Oh, Kane gonna try to steal it. I don't know who actually got that.
No. Lee Sin does have the Rift Hilt, which is quite interesting if he ever wants to try to ward hop. I can imagine that happening. But, but yeah, we do see kind of our first physical lead in this game. Rift Hilt being taken 2k gold ahead for Fleet Street, and they're looking pretty fine with 2 kills being picked up in that top lane. Next dragon is going to be spawning in 55 seconds. It is going to be a Mountain Drake. Very good for Tristana, definitely, who is good for sieging down those turrets. And for those people, especially for the Rift Hill that's going to be summoned very soon, helps them push down turrets a little bit faster. So, Fleet Street looking very comfortable with all these spawns, and even more with... Oh,
At least in Ward... Did Lee Sin work Sword Hop? Oh, no, was a ward already there. Okay.
He is very determined to summon this Rift Hill in the top lane. Oh, he's doing it. Wait.
He's doing it. Oh, not gonna land him as a taunt comes out onto Shen, onto Swain. He's gonna turret dive. That was a huge amount of damage. Gonna be deleted instantly by the Lee Sin. It's like they're gonna take down this top turret. First turret finally gonna be taken out as the red tier 1 turrets on mid and bot also are looking very low. Like
that's the movie boots Cloud Drake Lee Sin talking, runs all the way to the top lane, doesn't give a damn, walks off the past Chief Kuda, goes into the bush where Chief Kuda can see him summoning the Whiptoad and still summons it. What a chat.
He doesn't care. He doesn't. Honey Badger don't care. Mythic don't care. Alright? There we go.
And then he walks all the way to the mid lane and takes down that turret. What a Chad. Oh man.
And then we're having the Mountain Drake. It's interesting. Cloud Drake went down in such a long time. As soon as Mountain Drake spawns, instantly taken out. And Infernal's also made the next one. I expect that to not live for very long either.
Dude, what a Chad. Oh my god. He's playing Farming Tycoon. Walks top lane, gets the turret, walks mid lane, gets the turret, walks down the dragon, gets the dragon, walks down bot. And
gets the turret. There's a 1, 2, 3 pop.
Oh.
Lee Sin hits his Q and takes it as well. Lee Sin hits his turret and takes it as well. So I take all tier 1s to get the most map pressure possible at once.
And I mean, now Fleet Street a 5k gold ahead, and Mythic really showing why Moby boots are probably one of the best boots for the jungle. Like, especially if you're able to use them correctly, you're able to rotate around that map very fast. They were able to take down those 3 turrets in the matter of around, I think, 3 minutes. So that was very strong coming out, and I love the adaptation in boots from Mythic. But
I mean, we were speaking in the beginning of the game before it started, and a little happening with Orianna and Kayn. Lee Sin gonna be coming in, and Kayn is gonna run away as soon as he sees Lee Sin jump on Orianna's face. So try to hit the ult by Orianna, but they're just gonna make it out of there. But also Master Yi kind of have question marks coming out from the blue side. Let's see if they're able to get onto him, but Link also gonna run away. Swain gonna be getting up to the top lane as Shen was just freely taking that tier 2 turret and is now under half health.
And I extremely like this from Fleet Street. They have a Lee Sin. They have a Lee Sin who gets weaker later in the game, but they have a very strong lead right now, and they're going to be pushing it, especially without Mountain Drake and Tristana, and with no wave clear, especially with the Galio only having the Proto Belt. They're going to be pushing down this turret and being able to do at least half of its HP. So really like this from Fleet Street. Oh man, there's even a larger bot lane push actually. Oh, never mind.
Oh my. But looks like we have Kayn just Kayn and Yi run down, take that out, and let nothing come from it. But I do like at the beginning of the game, before it all started, we were talking about who's going to be carrying, and we joked about how Lee Sin will actually be the carry. And what I'm seeing now, it seems to be happening. And
yeah, I mean, he's playing very well. Rotating on the map and really just kind of understanding where he needs to be. Really respect that. We're going to see kind of a calm down with both teams. They're looking to reset, look to cash in that gold that Fleet Street just got. So now, Baron's on the table, though I don't think either team is probably looking to get Baron right now. But probably another thing that happened in that mid lane, which made that inner turret take almost half its HP, will probably happen again. They're going to be probably looking to play more ARAM, pushing down this mid lane, looking to get that turret with that Tristana.
I mean, again, we have Master Yi that seems to be taking out people very quickly. Like, what do you think that the red team needs to do to actually counter what Lee Sin is doing to control the entire map.
Well,
Kinda-
they need to look for like a good farming. Massey still has yet to scale, and Swain and Potato Chip have to really kind of get some items to be doing damage and being a viable threat. So also Classic has to stop being really aggressive. We saw that he was trying to attack the Oriana that was 2 levels above him, and not looking too great. So right now, that's for starters. Right now, they've stopped the bleeding. They aren't losing anything too much right now, looking just to farm, and that's really good for them. But Fleet Street will be back to push.
and we'll be ready for it. I'm excited to see Fleet Street and what they can do in the next push. But the Tristana slowly push back and control the waves. As we're seeing Swain do on the opposite side, Chief Kuda do on the opposite side for the red team.
Yeah. And now, 130 minutes, it will be an Inferno Drake, and that's very valuable, especially for Fleet Street, who are looking to push and end this game very fast. Getting that extra boost of stats is pretty nice, but for Vandal Nomads, it is just kind of them picking up another dragon to help them scale. So, gonna have to see the plans here.
Alright. Just want to look at the gold lead for each team, and every single lane is winning on the blue team. Not a single team player on red that's actually has a lead on their counterpart. It's very sad to see when you are trying to find a way back in, and not a single one of your players are having a lead over their counterpart, which is something you really want to search for when trying to find a way to get back to a game.
I mean, for Vandal Nomads, it is Link, who is only 500 gold away from his counterpart, and with the items that he's buying, they are kind of cheaper than the 80 carry items, so not looking too bad for him. Link is probably going to be one of the things that will win them this game due to the fact that he can reset, can shred through these players of Fleet Street, but he's going to have to do that without getting CC'd, without getting hit by the shockwave, without getting hit by every single part of Bomb's kit. So, and even then, it is still the Shen, Ham on the Wits, having that Spirit's Refuge, being able to basically negate all of Link's damage. So, Link is going to have to play this very, very smart in these team fights, and it's going to be it's going to be all eyes on
a
him.
TP coming in from Swain. 3-man ult from Oriana, flash in from Galio, trying to taunt as many people as possible, but not going to do anything. As Lee Sin jumps to the back of the line of red, going to take out one for Galio from Tristana. Looks like Shen gonna also be trying to take out Nami. Mastery on the red side, Nods just removed from the fight the entire time, only able to take out Oriana. That's what's gonna happen for that fight, but it looks like Swain also gonna be taken out by Shen for a 4-man, and Kane also gonna fall to Tristana's mega firing weapon of dragon fire.
Well, I know Clouded Armor's ultis this game haven't been the best, but that was a pretty good ulti. Being able to hit 3 people, being able to burst them down. And that was just a really good fight for Fleet Street. What they need to crack open this base with all the members of Vandal Nomads just respawning, but they're actually going to opt not to, which is quite interesting. But really, Vandal Nomads looking to fight where they shouldn't have fought, funneling into one space and not even looking to over contest with that dragon, because they were debating between looking to contest and not contesting at all, and ended up just kind of killing them in the end, you know. So, ooh, not looking good.
And we saw a very large emphasis that you put onto the Master Yi being the one to power spike and try to win the game for their team. But the fact that he was only able to kill Oriana, and then he found himself on the opposite side of the Dragon Pit as Swain and Kane both fell by the other side of the river, is not where you want to see your carry be. It's always disappointing to see that.
Definitely, and this is just going to increase the lead. It is now, I think, 7k increased by a decent amount, not looking too great for anybody. Link has picked up that Gunsu's Rage Blade. Shadowed Moon looking to build towards that Ardent Sensor, as I would guess, with that Aether Wisp, but still, it's not enough. Link still has to get a few more items. Shadowed Moon has to get a little bit stronger to protect Link, and right now Vandal Nomad are on the back foot right now. And with Balin being on the table, with Tristana almost hitting Infinity Edge, and all these other members of Fleet Street becoming very strong with the kills that they're picking up, this Balin might be on the table for them now.
It looks like there might be just throwing a vision ward down right now, clearing out the vision that the red team does have at this point. Like there might be a little trying to just fight for vision right now. Both two vision wards in the brush want to be taken out as they place inside the daring pit though. Yeah, there's a lot of not actually fighting, but threatening the fight as well.
And the unfortunate part for Vandal Nomads is the fact that, oh wait, oh man, that is aggressive, but...
What's happened? We have Kane jumping over the wall, but Lee Sin not gonna have any of it and just ward hopping over the wall himself.
Asik is very aggressive despite being going behind, but... So, the unfortunate part for Vandal Nomads is the fact that they are on blue side, but it kick in.
They're going. They're trying their best. Lee Sin gonna jump right into Master Yi. But not gonna have much happen. Orianna hitting an ult right onto the Master Yi. Master Yi getting healed up by the Nami. Just slicing and dicing, but gonna be taken out by the Lee Sin. 3 players jumping onto Orianna. She's gonna be taken out as well. Tristana gonna use her stopwatch and survive, but Lee Sin's gonna be taken out at the same time. But Shen taking out Nami. Tristana taking out Galio. Kane taking out Tristana. That's gonna be a 2-on-1 little fight. Kane gonna be slowly taken out by Shen. Shen, will he win this fight? I don't know what's happening right now. So much auto attacking. Oh my goodness, Shen. At 100 health. Tries to do something, but not gonna come out on top of that fight. And finally, Red Team needed to find a fight that they could win. And it looks like they found it.
Yeah, Vandal Nomad's actually doing very well there, despite Link and Potato Chip dying actually Link and Shadowed Moon dying very early in that fight. It was all the damage that went over there. Clouded Armor had no ulti, Warning Shot just got immediately bursted down. Mythic was off on his own trying to kill Shadowed Moon. And ended up dying as well. And Ham on the Wrist, the tank that was supposed to also protect Warning Shot, was busy taking down Shadowed Moon. So, I mean, that was a crazy fight, but crazy is what Vandal need right now. When everybody is disorganized and everybody isn't together, that's where they can take advantage. They can take advantage of those little mistakes and being able to come out on top, and that's very good for them as the gold lead has shrunk to 5k, which is better than before.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they'll take whatever you can when you're down 7k gold, and you're down 3 dragons. You have to do something to at least stay in the game. With this being best of ones, you really can't make much room for error with this happening.
Yeah, and a lot of the bounties were actually picked up by Kane and Galio, which isn't the best, but still you get the gold, and that's very important because Potato Chip has now picked up the Abyssal Mask, and Kane has now completed Spirit Visage, which I can't say I agree with, seeing that the main damage source is Warning Shot, but I guess it is a build nonetheless because he does get the healing, but kind of unfortunate the fact that those bounties did not go on the right people, and more fighting going to be happening on this benefit.
Oh, Swain, both players trying to hide in the bush to take out the Swain, but not going to get enough damage down. Looks like it's going to be running away from both sides. But Swain going to be taken down to less than half health. This is not what you like to see when you're trying to do the most damage you can.
Yeah, and with that chunk, Cloud Drake is going to be on live, and Swain will not be viable for this match. He does have TP, he can back in TP, but I actually don't think Vandal Nomads are going to be contesting this, so...
Yeah, it seems like now that it's going to happen. It's being so quick to take out. And Elder Drake looks like it's going to be the next dragon coming up. So is it Vandal is blue, correct?
No, but... Yeah, but
Nomad.
It is quite interesting that we do see that Warning Shot has picked up the Guardian Angel instead of the IE, looking for survivability, especially after that last fight, looking for more survivability and trusting in his team that after he does die with that Guardian Angel, he will be protected. So, Warning Shot putting a lot of trust, but also minimizing the damage that he do, unfortunately.
So I'm just writing down which side is which right now. On a piece of paper so I do not forget again. Trying to pay attention to the same game, but luckily not much was happening there as I was writing that down. Yeah.
I do think Link is going to be opting over to the Mercurial Scimitar with that Vamp Scepter and No Magic Mantle. It is pretty good, especially with all the CC on the side of Fleet Street. So looking a little bit more defensive with this build, not really looking aggressive. But look, speaking of aggressive, we might be looking for another fight here.
Looks like Lee Sin might be trying to ward up. Hits a ward onto the Master Yi. Master Yi still needs to do something, but can be ulted over the wall to safety. Lee Sin gonna try to kick him over, not gonna do much. Oriana gonna missing your ult. Flash coming out from Master Yi, but not much gonna happen from there. Man, Lee Sin able to kill Yi, but just ult him over a wall to safety to the rest of his team. Not what you want to see if you're trying to get a pick.
Yeah, I got the flash in the wrong way, and they won't actually have the dragon click plus the shockwave for the dragon fight, but they might not need it with the catch happening.
But neither the ball or the Master Yi resonating strike is gonna hit, but it looks like Kane is gonna take out half health. And Shen. Oh, Master Yi is ulted inside, right beside Shen. It looks like Galio ult's gonna be coming down onto the Yi. Yi is still alive with 200 health. Oh, so much is happening right now, Little. Well, looks like it's gonna come out on top of Nomad somehow. Looks like they're running away from Swain. Swain gonna be ulted by Oriana. But it's gonna keep it alive for a little bit longer. But Nomad gonna be coming out on top. I apologize again, this is my first time, so I got a little little excited when a lot of stuff happens. And not really sure the focus on.
Yeah, this is going to be the push that breaks open the base, one inhib down. Fleet Street looking very comfortable, going to be rotating back down to Baron. But that fight did look very bad due to the fact that Link was in the wrong side of the map. He was in the middle of 4 members and had used Flash earlier. Ended up dying, though he did survive a decent amount of time. And Chief Kudo was just walking down the mid lane trying to get to the fight, ended up not being able to. And that's going to be Baron going over to Fleet Street, unfortunately for Vandal. And with an inhib down, this push is going to get harder and harder for Vandal Nomads to defend.
I mean, 10k gold lead at 35 minutes. Not many times has a team come back from that. Even at professional level, we'll see if it can happen here. It can always happen. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Comebacks are always there, but the fight that we just saw was not favorable over the Vandal Nomads. I don't even think they picked up one person, so
nope.
Not looking good on this side. They'll have to play even more defensive with all the items being picked up for Fleet Street. Lord Dominic's being picked up by Warning Shot. Just going to be shredding through those members of Vandal Nomads. Not looking great.
And Vandal probably felt so good after winning their first fight just a few minutes ago. A Nomad saying, I don't care if you won a team fight, we're still a stronger team, we still have a better team fight, and we're going to come out on top of this one to take the Baron. And that's what they did. They set their minds on something and they did it perfectly. Looks like there's 4 people pushing that top tier 1 turret. Galio trying to ult onto the Swain, but can we die too quickly? Shen still the opposite side. That was a 4v5 and blue team going to take out Swain for it, because now a 4v4 top lane. Shen is still pushing that ball lane. So much pressure going onto their side of Vandal. I'm not sure much they can do about it. Mason hitting resonating strike, but not going to be taking it onto the Nami. They're just going to take that inhibitor turret in the top lane, also going to take the inhibitor as they have 2 down, and Shen is going to still be pushing that bottom lane and going to take the tier 2 turret as well over there. But they may be rotating over to that inhibitor turret now. Swain still a 10-second respawn. It's like they might actually get the triple inhibitor, the deadly triple inhibitor on the side of Nomad. It looks like they might go for the win here. Lee Sin trying to hit a little Q, but not gonna be able to land it. Tristan throwing a bomb on top of Kane's head, but Swain back up. This is all they can do. This is the last fight that is possible for the side of Vandal to not go down 1 and 2. Gonna jump in, Nami all coming in. Yeah, where's Master Yi? Where's Master Yi right now? It's gonna be try to Q into a team, but not gonna land it. Like Master Yi's gonna ult Galio away, and Tristana is gonna do too much damage on the side of Nomads, and it's gonna be 2-1 going to the end of this game for the side of Nomad.
It's Fleet Street, but
Fleet Street.
Yeah, Fleet Street do pick up the second one and are going to kind of conquer over Vandal Nomads, looking very dominant in this game. very clean. Very clean gameplay. Had a little bit of a stutter in the middle of it, but did look very clean overall, trying to finish the game. So congratulations to them being able to pick up that one win while and trying to reach towards Raw, who are actually 2-0 this week. And will be actually progressing after so. But otherwise, that was kind of an unfortunate game for Vandal. Nomads looked a little bit lost after getting very far behind. Didn't really look for early game advantages. Just were comfortable farming up. But comfortable is how you lose the game. And that's where we gotta look towards the kind of end of the game. And I mean, Warning Shot doing his best as a carry, doing the most damage in game. Not looking too bad on that Tristana. And Fleet Street looking forward to their next game tonight. But
what's the next game coming up as well?
yeah, next game will be taking place very shortly here once we get the lobby started, but it will be Gangsters versus Illumination Valiant. So stay tuned for that as we take a short break to set up that game, and we'll be
Can't
right
wait
back.
to have some real gangsters in the lobby right now. Right.
And we'll be right back after this break. Thank you.